Call us, email us, tweet, or Facebook us to join the conversation. We want to hear from you.
Well, our next guest believes he is living proof that suicide intervention works. Rory Butler was ready to take his own life when his wife intervened, and now he raises awareness on suicide to help those who are struggling, especially young people. Your Life Counts is your organization, Rory. You didn't think so in 1992. What was going on?
Well, you know, Lorna, life throws you some curveballs, and for me, it was just overwhelming circumstances. Just a tsunami of life events hit me, and I just lost hope. I really felt at that stage that I was worth more to my family as a life policy than I was to stay alive. Fortunately, my wife intervened. She clued in to me heading out to the garage one day with a hose pipe and some duct tape and some cardboard. And I had reached that place, frankly, where my thinking was so blinkered, my eyesight was so blinkered that I could only just see that little point ahead. And I would say to you too that, and I call upon the people around me to speak for me, but I wasn't mentally ill. This was just situational and overwhelming, and it all came on at once. And for me, I'm from a military background, a strong military upbringing. I look at the situation and, you know, I assess it and I act accordingly. And to my way of thinking at that point, this was the answer. My wife followed me out into the garage, said, "What are you doing?" And I was shocked. I looked at what I had in my hands, and we stood together for about an hour and a half. Tears. We hugged. The blinkers came off. But that started me on a quest to find out.
You have never dropped this issue of suicide since that encounter in your personal life.
You're right.
Why has it mattered so much to you?
Well, my wife and I have worked with youth for many, many years, and sadly, we've experienced the tragedy of youth suicide in other families. So that touched me.
Since that day you were intervened on, you founded a suicide prevention organization. You've intervened in over 360 lives, stopping suicide in these 10 years. What are some of the common ways people need the blinkers taken off of that dark time?
Reconnecting people with hope, value, meaning and purpose. The very name of our organization, Your Life Counts, those life-infusing words, that someone believes in them, that someone is listening to them and taking them seriously. You know, as I say, the sun will set tonight and it's going to rise tomorrow. New perspective is coming. Work with us.
So how much does a philosophy for life, is it needed in all of this?
For sure it's needed, of course. My life counts. People believe in me. Having something to believe in, having something to hope for, and having people to stand with you through those moments when you're unsteady. Is
a Christian, a religious view helpful in all of this? Any of this?
I believe so. I do believe so. It's been a part of my journey, and you know, back in 1992, I was angry with God. I didn't have a relationship with God, and if I could have reached him and pulled him down from the sky to punch him, that's how strongly I felt about it, and I think that factored into where I was. But had someone, and indeed, with my wife stepping in as she did, she just effectively took the blinkers off, but at the same time we were both very aware that something very powerful had happened in our lives. There had been an intervention in our lives, and we believe now, looking back, that was God and it was His grace.
You mentioned hope. The Christian story is that you are not alone, that your life was meant for beauty and for purpose, and when you reconnect to that belief or connect for the first time to it, is it enough though?
I believe there's no turning back, because as you grow, as you begin to plug into value, meaning and purpose, and you understand the hope, then it's hope for today and hope for tomorrow. And we go through our hard times in life, but knowing also that people care and that there is help available is so important.
This has all been part of the crafting of the National Suicide Prevention Strategy that went forward to the House of Commons.
Yes.
It's already been drafted. This legislation has been looked at in other countries, is being used in other countries. What do we need to know about it as Canadians and how to get it moving forward?
Well, there is a blueprint for a national suicide prevention strategy. It's available online, and it's produced by the Canadian Association for Suicide Prevention. It's a widely consulted document, Lorna. It is professionals, clinicians from all across the country. It's an inclusive document. It's 41 pages long. Our Aboriginal peoples have been consulted. Voices across the country have shaped and informed this document. It sits there as a template that is built upon the Canadian expertise that guided the United Nations on the template for national suicide prevention strategies.
So roll it out and let's get using it.
Let's not have 5 or 10 years of committees and consultations and so on.
Let's get this thing going.
Get the people who are the experts, get them around the table. If it takes a weekend with some parliamentarians, let's do it.
All right.
The door is open. We have the ability to save lives
Well,
today.
and we've never been talking about it more. So Rory Butler, thank you very much. Your life counts. And coming up, we'll talk to a woman who lost her teenage daughter to suicide, and we'll hear what purpose she has found in going forward. That's next.